Now we focus on the still unfolding offseason programs in various all NFL cities. Some are in phase 3, the OTAs. Some are still in phase 2. Yesterday, it emerged that Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert has missed the second voluntary practice in phase 2. Phase 2. Phase 2 is not as important or intense as phase 1, but he wasn't there. And they're installing a new offense. Phase 2, the coaches work with the players. Phase 1 is just lifting and running.
Exactly right.
Phase 2, you can have on-field instruction, but it's not the full-blown OTA practices, but you're learning.
Yeah.
You're installing.
Yeah.
The OTAs begin May 26th for the Chargers, but still, look, it's a fairly important juncture in Justin Herbert's career.
Yes, it is.
And we've heard from Mike McDaniel. We've talked about Mike McDaniel, the thing he's doing to try to get him to take full ownership of the position. I don't know. And Justin Herbert's not a guy that's going to talk about it openly. I don't know why he's not there. But we're believers, especially the quarterback. You set the tone, and you have a new offense, a new coordinator, a critical third year coming up for Jim Harbaugh, who hasn't done as well so far as he did in his stint with the 49ers when he started coaching them in 2011. Chronic concerns about Justin Herbert underachieving. Hasn't won a playoff game yet.
Sure.
Hasn't been to the playoffs as often as maybe we thought he would be. He's got the franchise quarterback contract. I think that, and again, I like to talk about the things that a specific fan base will be concerned about, even though they get pissed about it. If I'm a Chargers fan, I'm very concerned right now. Where is Justin Herbert's mind at? And is this something deeper than whatever superficial reason would cause him to miss a practice during phase 2? But it's something I'm going to pay attention to.
Yeah, I hear you.
Is he going to be there for the OTAs?
Yeah, and you laid it out, right? And then you couple that with he's in the AFC West, which is one of the tougher divisions in the sport. We've talked about the coaches, the quarterbacks, of course, with Mahomes, and Bo Nix continues to get better. And now you're going to have Fernando Lorian there with Kirk Cousins. It is a big year. You said it right. Listen, for the life of me, I'll never quite understand it. Yeah, it's phase 2. It's not phase 3 OTAs where you actually get to practice and do that. But for the life of me, yes, for a guy like me who's gym rat, would never miss anything like that. And I think a lot of quarterbacks are wired that way. And I know maybe there's this one day we might miss here, and you might have something where it's like, hey, there's a charity event, and I've been invested in this, and this is the day they picked, and they picked it a while ago before we came out with phase 2 schedule. Okay, I get that. You start to miss multiple days. I don't understand that. And I don't understand really missing any days anyways, because as a quarterback, you kind of know baseline that this is going to be the time of the year you got to be at work. And you're the highest paid person in the organization. You're the quarterback of a football team, and you're making $3 million checks every game. I mean, so yes, it's a short off season. There's not a lot of time to do certain things. It is a new offense with Mike McDaniel, as you know, like you said, and it's going to be a lot of moving parts. So yeah, for the life of me, I don't understand that. I don't. We'll see where it goes, but like I said, yeah, phase 2, all right, it's a little different than phase 3 OTAs, but certainly I still don't understand missing it.
And in his contract, there is not a workout bonus that he is losing by failing to participate in a certain amount of the overall offseason program. But it just makes you curious. Why isn't he there? What caused him to miss in this important season where you've got an offensive coordinator who has shown what he can do with a lesser overall talent who was drafted one spot before Justin Herbert? We've seen what Mike McDaniel can do with Tua Tagovailoa. You would think that he could work wonders with Justin Herbert. Is he not being there? Is it a manifestation of I'm resistant to change? I don't want to do it this way? McDaniel talked about how, and this may be just positive reinforcement, he's embracing this, and it's uncomfortable when you get to this stage of your career to have these major changes. Maybe he's resisting. Maybe he's just had enough of Jim Harbaugh and Mike McDaniel. I mean, let's just call it what it is. You've got two quirky guys that when you consider Justin Herbert's overall vibe, we interviewed him at the scouting combine back in February of 2020, right before all hell broke loose with the pandemic. And he's very chill. And I couldn't take Harbaugh and McDaniel together. I'd want to strangle both of them. There aren't many people that fall into that category for me, but the ones that do, they drive me freaking crazy. And I think that if I had to be around Harbaugh and McDaniel all the time, I would want to kill them. And I could see Justin Herbert getting to the point where he would say, I just need a day off. I need a break from these two.
Well, I hope that's not the case. Now, I mean, yeah, we know Jim's intense. Jim is intense. But, man, as a quarterback, how could you not want to play for Jim Harbaugh? I mean, damn, he makes you feel like you're king of the world. So I understand what you're saying, but I'm just talking about me looking from the outside looking in. And even being there and being around when I was at Michigan with him and J.J. McCarthy, I was just like, wow, this is amazing to feel the love of your head coach like that for a quarterback. Mike McDaniel, yeah, he's funny, he's quirky, he's psycho in his own way, definitely. Herbert's quiet and reserved. I almost thought maybe it would be a nice mesh that way. I don't think it's any football-related concern here. I think this is your typical, hey, I'm in LA, I'm a superstar, I'm dating a, beautiful, famous girl that's, every 16 and 17 and 21-year-old in the world right now is like, oh my gosh, you're dating her. I've heard my son say that. Oh my gosh, Justin Herbert's girlfriend's so pretty, Dad. So that he's got that going on in his life. But I would think, Mike, in football terms, he's looking at this welcoming Mike McDaniel. He's been a part of some offenses that haven't been very good and creative and helped him really reach his goals to the point where you laid out underwhelming playoff games and all that. The best offense he was a part of was year one, when he's had Shane Steichen and company there as a rookie. That was the best thing. He's got to have looked at football and gone, wait, I'm better than this guy. And this guy's wide open. How the hell's this happening? And a guy like Mike McDaniel, I think, can take him to the next level to where I feel like I would want to put Justin Herbert, if you got a little extra money in the couch cushion this year, him and Caleb Williams would be the two kind of off the radar MVP candidates, possibly. So that's where I hope what you're saying is not true. And, I hope Justin Herbert can see the positives of Mike McDaniel coming to town.
Yeah, take a little money out of that couch cushion and add to the, how much? $668 billion that has been bet on sports since 2018. $668 billion.
That's incredible.
So give them even more of your money, because you can't win.
Well, maybe you can win.
You can't win, Rod. Hey, I'll run this by you.
Okay.
Yes, we've heard Jim Harbaugh rave about Justin Herbert. Rave about him. We've heard him rave about other quarterbacks. I think Justin Herbert probably is the kind of guy that can see it's an act. It's a calculated act aimed at propping him up. And if behind the scenes he overdoes it, I could see Justin Herbert rolling his eyes.
I hear you.
And thinking, will this guy just shut the hell up? We know. You love me. Thank you. Let's talk about something else now, please. We've established you love me. You also love J.J. McCarthy. How's that working out for him in the NFL? So I just could see this mix of personalities becoming not combustible, but getting Justin Herbert to the point where he would just need to tap out once in a while.
Yeah.
And not listen to Jim Harbaugh and Mike McDaniel. Well, but I don't know.
Yeah.
From a PR standpoint, it's not like they got the word out. It's all they got to do is put Harbaugh in front of the microphones and cameras and say Justin Herbert had a dentist appointment today. Hell, I don't know.
Yeah.
But when there's lack of information, that's where people start to speculate, and the most obvious speculation is he's choosing not to be there.
Yeah.
He's choosing not to be there.
Yeah, no, you're right. When it's one of the most famous players in football, really one of the best players in football, and he's not there, that's what's going to happen. The sport's the most popular thing in the world. People are going to wonder, what's going on there? What's going on? So, we'll see. It is a big year, like you said. Now, what I will say, though, and I'm not trying to push back on you. I'm pushing back on an overall narrative, but you brought it up and it just, sparked a little thought in my brain here. I would say that Harbaugh's tenure so far with the Chargers is a success. I would. I mean, we can't forget.
I'm not. It's not as successful as it was in San Francisco.
Yeah, no, that I would.
He took a 6-10 team in San Francisco and went to the NFC Championship game and almost won it, and the Super Bowl the next year.
Yeah,
it's not as successful.
Well,
as
that team was loaded, and that's more of an indictment on the people before him that weren't very good. Because that was an all-star team. When they were 6-10, the league was like, the 49ers are 6-10. Are they practicing? Do they know what football is? So he took over a great team there. Now, we got to remember, with the Chargers, he took over a team that we were going, the Chargers are chargering. The Chargers are chargering. That's what we said every week. And it wasn't just like this roster where you looked at it and went, oh my gosh, they're going to dominate now that they got Harbaugh. I mean, end of the game, malfunctions, horrible game management, people doing stupid stuff, the injuries we know is a big thing. All that is calmed down. Now, yeah, he needs better results in the playoffs. We get that. No doubt about that. And Herbert has to be better there too. But I will say that, still, I think with all that being said in there, yeah, I still think Harbaugh and everything is on the right track with the Los Angeles Chargers.
His girlfriend is Madison Beer, and
yeah, you don't know her either. Luke Combs, Madison Beer. Combs was giving beer. Madison Beer's not giving any beer, but she's giving love to Justin Herbert.
Would Matt LaFleur shotgun a comb at a Madison Beer concert? That's what I need to figure out now.
Yeah.
But
she's a big deal, man.
She's on tour in Europe. She's on tour in Europe.
Ah.
So maybe he's...
Yeah.
Maybe I don't...
Well, if he is there,
again,
I don't like that because I'm like, what? We're on tour right now? It's we only have a little time to work. Why do that now, right?
We all have our own universes in which we operate and the things we pay attention to. And I'm no longer going to feel like, oh, you're old. Like, oh, you're young. Like, you know who... Matt, good for you, kids. Not you, Chris, but do they know who? That's fine. I know what I know, you know what you know, and let's just go about our lives.
They don't know the guy you brought up from 60 Minutes yesterday. Shove that in their face. What's his name again?
Yeah, Morley Safer.
Yeah, right. See, they don't know. Hey, kids,
Morley
you
Safer.
Don't know Morley Safer? You guys are crazy. What, you don't know him?
All right. Now, compare and contrast.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert. And look, let me just add a couple of other things here. As we speculate, is it possible he's looking for a contract adjustment? I don't know. He's got, I think, 26, 27, 4 more years left on his current deal. It's, close to market value. It's not like he's done something that would justify ripping it up.
No, I would think that's
He hasn't won the MVP.
unlikely.
He hasn't won a playoff game.
Right.
I mean, I don't know that he would want to change his scenery. That's one way to apply a little pressure. There's been no talk about Justin Herbert wanting to be traded by the Chargers to some other team. And remember, the Chargers were viewed as a perfect destination for him because there was that concern. He's been very close to Oregon and, don't get him too far from Oregon. Now, that was 6 years ago. Maybe as he's grown and matured, that's not an issue anymore, but he may be thrilled to be in California and not want to go anywhere else. So I don't know. The whole thing is just unusual to have that happen. And I know we always get it's voluntary, but come on, it's not really. And if you're the quarterback, you're being paid to essentially be one of the bosses. You're a coach/player, and they expect you to be there, and you're paid. You're paid to be there, even if it's voluntary.
Yeah.
And look, there have been Tom Brady later in his career, he skipped out. And hell, in hindsight, part of that probably was he didn't want to hear Belichick anymore.
Yeah.
What a shock.
Right.
He's had enough Belichick. Why do I want to go listen to this guy? So who knows? And we'll wait for more from Herbert.
No, like you said, it's voluntary, but for a quarterback, shouldn't be really voluntary. It's not expected to be voluntary from the coaches of the quarterback. And as you know, I played for a coach who told me to go away on my honeymoon and called me after the 5th day and was like, when are you coming back? When are you coming back? When are you coming back? To where I cut my damn vacation short because I was feeling pressure about the voluntary, not even phase 3 OTAs, not even phase 2 workout, like the start of, we don't even know if we called it phase one then. Literally, John Gruden calling me in Italy going, when are you coming back? Are you rowing home on a rowboat? When are you going to be here?
And it's just amazing the power that a coach has over a player. You came back. He called and you answered the call.
I was on Capri, and my wife could tell I was getting stressed out. And we were on the island of Capri, and she could tell I was restless and whatever else. And she's like, well, what do you want to do? You just want to go back? And I was like, yeah, I think we got to go back. Let's just go. We got 2 more days, 3 more days. Let's just go and get back. And that was that.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.